Facebook's got this nifty feature. It's called On This Day. Don't know if you've ever seen it, but in the app itself, it says On This Day. You can click on it and it'll show you posts of things you said on that day years ago. So for Father's Day, I'm picking through the section. Honestly, not just for Father's Day. I look forward to the On This Day section every day. Like at midnight, I can't wait to check it out, because it's interesting to see what I was talking about. So on Father's Day, I did a Father's Day video back in 2011 that honestly I had completely forgotten about. I mean, it's about 15 minutes long too. Like, it's not a short video by any means. And it's just explaining my feelings towards my father and how now I understand, and hopefully that I'm also a good dad. And I remember watching it and I'm just noticing things like, wow, my face seems chubbier. This was just before I'd gotten sick, I think. I'm not sure. That whole time in my past is such a blur. But I'm watching it and I'm like, wow, I'm really getting a lot of information out of this. Like, I enjoyed it for what it was. And I think that that's the goal with these videos too. It's like I want to be able to look back and be like, wow, I learned something about myself. It's funny how I can remember like every song lyric from every song from when I was in high school, but I can't tell you what I had for dinner 2 weeks ago. Like, from moment to moment, the things that feel important to you probably aren't. I don't remember how I felt, say, 4 months ago about a particular thing. So that's why doing these videos, I feel like, are really helping. Now, I took the writer's way around. I said all of that to say this. Sometimes I feel like kind of a broken record. I feel like I'm just saying the same things. Last night, I just needed some air. I was in my room. I was feeling a little claustrophobic. So I sat out in the living room. And my wife was concerned about me. And I was like, look, I just need a minute to myself. So I'm sitting out in the living room. And she's in the room literally beating herself up. Trying to figure, well, not literally like she was punching herself, but she's trying to figure out what she did wrong and how she can help me. And it just left me feeling like, well, one, she jumps to conclusions a lot. She always has. But I still find myself struggling with the idea of, I don't know what I did to deserve that kind of loyalty. What did I do that makes her feel like, man, this is such a good guy, even the things that ain't his fault are my fault. I've got to make this right for him. Sometimes I just don't feel like I deserve that, She does so much. Like, I just left the house right now and I'm just headed up to the store. She's cleaning up. And she asked me, like, really politely, like, hey, can you take out the trash? Like, another wife would be like, can you take out the damn trash? But she's like, could you please? And I'm like, sure. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. And I'm just like, wow. I mean, it's not too much for me to just take out the trash, right? I should be doing that. I just don't feel like I do enough for her to feel the way she feels. And here's where the broken record part comes in. I think a lot of that stems from the fact that I haven't had a job in a while. I don't feel like I'm doing my part. I feel like I could be doing more, but she doesn't. And I'm scared that I'm gonna grow to resent her for that. Like, I'm at a low point and she treating me like this is like the best we've ever been. I'm not saying I deserve some punishment or I want to be ridiculed, but I don't know. Just like, the more and more I feel like I'm not doing enough, the more she does to prove to me that it's enough. And I don't want to resent her for that. Like, I love that she does that, but also it worries me. I don't know. Last night she said something to me because I was up and I was like, I don't think I'm going to go to sleep yet. And she says, look, you need to go ahead and sleep. Enjoy this time because you'll be working again soon. And, you'll miss these days where you could have just slept. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. But the key words, or at least what I got out of it, was, to her, it's just a foregone conclusion. Like, hey, in a minute, everything will be back to normal. And you'll miss these moments. And it wasn't even like a level of confidence for her. It was just an absolute certainty. And wow, I love that about her. So, at the end of the day, I need to get off my high horse. I need to not let myself throw a pity party. If she thinks that I'm this wonderful guy and capable of so much, it's time that I get off my ass and do something to earn it.